public at the top table. Is it all just smart political fundraising, or is it tipping over the edge a little bit?
No, all political fundraising is just a tax on stupidity, and perhaps there's a little more stupidity around than usual. But I am interested that this particular sort of fundraising activity is very celebrity-centered. And that got me thinking about why celebrities are almost always liberals. Not everyone, but almost always. And I finally decided it had nothing to do with their conscious thought process. It had nothing to do with right or wrong, let alone with right or left. It's just that the liberal message is that the liberal message flatters the good intentions of the audience, and it promises a happy ending. While the conservative message is all grumpy, and it kind of reminds people that they're selfish and they live in a selfish world, and that things just don't always turn out as well as we'd hoped.
Is there a danger for President Obama in so aligning himself to the Hollywood community? I mean, unlike Bill Clinton, for example, he hasn't been to Hollywood very often. But this is such a huge event. It's raised so much money, the greatest fundraiser in history, that it just identifies him now as the Hollywood candidate, if you like. Is that a danger for him come November?
Well, I think it is a little bit of a danger. Will the public
rebel against that?
I think it's a little bit of a danger because we've become, no offense to your fine upstanding self, but we've become very used to a very short celebrity half-life. I mean, they just flicker across the, you know, one day it's SpongeBob, the next day it's Dora the Explorer, and then they're forgotten and gone. And, you know, politician, that's a long-haul job. I believe he'd like his show to be renewed for another 4 years.
What I thought was a rather cynical view that someone expressed to me was, well, you know why President Obama decided to endorse gay marriage is that he was walking into a room probably absolutely full of people who, if he hadn't, after Joe Biden had, would have given him earache for the next 3 hours tonight.
I'm sure. But I don't, you know, I'm very conservative myself, but my opinion of gay marriage has always been, you know, why should they get off scot-free, you know? The other things we know married people turn into Republicans, you know.
We're actually watching, PJ, as you speak, we're watching Marine One, I think. These are live pictures, breaking news. The president landing in Hollywood in Marine One, and he will then be escorted by a cavalcade that will mean I spend all night in a traffic jam later, to George Clooney's home, where two Americans who entered a $3 raffle will have dinner at the top table with the president and George Clooney. I mean, PJ Rourke, it is a great stunt in terms of PR, isn't it? To have $9 million coming in from a $3 raffle.
It's absolutely brilliant. And the upside of the president associating himself with famous people is that now in the internet age and the blogging age and so on, we're all convinced that we're famous. And so that instead of being sort of above the general public, he's become a part of the general public. He too has his own reality show.
If you were Mitt Romney and you're watching these scenes tonight, are you feeling it's a bad night at the office, or are you thinking this could be an opportunity to distance himself from this whole celebrity circus, if you like, focus on perhaps non-celebrity fundraising?
I think I can read Mitt's mind on this. I think this is an opportunity for Mitt to show his gravitas. And he will probably get together this evening with some anthropologists and economists and some math wizards at the you know, the hedge fund club or something. So I have a feeling Mitt's the kind of guy who looks down upon this a little bit, which isn't giving him. I mean, you know, one more case of him being Bob Dole without the sparkle.
On that bombshell, PJ, as always, a great pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.